peace around the pain that you're living with. I'm Alex Iglesia, and what I want you to start with is your fingers right on your collarbones and a light wiggle. This can be really relaxing. This can be extremely soothing. I already feel some tingles and some relaxation down through the back of my scapula. Do this while we set the stage here. For the next 10 minutes, we're going to explore, can you have peace around the pain you're living with? Now, this has at least two levels. One is the pain. So you could have, my dad had a fused spine. I've had my neck and back go out for years. Fortunately, hasn't happened, knock on wood, for well over a year because of things I've done. So you've changed size if you haven't yet already. But the second thing is whether you have a bad cold, a flu, a sick, or you hurt your body in a particularly dramatic way, or pretty much across the board, loss is going to cause you tremendous amount of pain. So loss, pain, grief. Take the back of your hands and gently rub your low back, somewhere between your ribs and your glutes. Don't worry about how high you can go. You can explore that and stretch your shoulders a little bit. But the main thing is that you're doing a soothing movement that lets you breathe. It starts to open up your breath. So no matter what the pain is, whether it's physical primarily or emotional primarily, there's the pain itself. There's all the contraction around it. But there's a lot of story. So for example, if I hurt my ankle, I can't work out. Oh, big deal. But what else does it mean I can't do? And when I would hurt my back and my back would break down years ago when we were nomads and pet sitting, bounce, bounce the sides of your glutes, get some relaxation in your hips. It was the end of the world. It was the end of the world because for me, it was the intersection of I should know how to deal with this, but I can't. And what I know isn't enough. And I don't know how long this is going to last. And I have to find someone new. Go ahead and bounce the front of your hips. Just the side, the front of your quads, and your hip flexors. We're loosening the joints, all the ways that your femur comes into your hip socket. And that can be a lot to relax your belly. So we're going to touch on a few of these things really in just the next 7 minutes. But hopefully already you have started to feel a little bit of ease in your body. That's always important, no matter what's going on and how long we have to go through what we're going through and what our actions are going to be about it or not. It's good to relax. It's good to be able to unwind. This is incredibly helpful for your mind, but also for the healing process. Now I'm going to take you through exploring where is your pain and what's it like. There's the pain that you deal with when you're alone. There's the pain you deal with others and how you respond to others. Do you hide it? Do you share it? Do you overshare it? I'm going to take you into just a few areas to look at where your pain is so you can locate it. We want to find the blind spots, not the stuff that you are aware of. Now, as we do, you can hit pause. And when you pause, the reason you're going to pause is because you want to take a moment to unlearn how you learned it. And there's two pieces to that. One is you breathe with it and you feel whatever it is you tend to avoid feeling, the thoughts that you tend to avoid thinking. Today, for our purposes, whatever you notice you're saying to yourself and feeling is fantastic. The more BS you say to yourself and you can be aware of, the better. Because what I want you to do next, to keep your head steady, you feel how long you've been saying those things and how familiar they are. And the first time you can think of ever doing that, and the first time you got hurt, and the first time you started feeling that loss, and you are going to move your eyes down and to the left and up and to the right. And you're going to do that diagonal a few times while breathing. And this, then you change diagonals down to the right, up to the left, and do your eye movements the other way. This is integral eye movement technique, and it's the best way I've ever found to decondition and reset how our nervous system has imprinted who we think we are, what we think is possible, what we think is not possible. Go side to side. It's not woo-woo, it's just your eye movements You do this to some degree when you're sleeping. It's part of how you process trauma. Do diagonals again, do diagonals again. So we got a diagonal, diagonal, and a horizontal. Really simple. You can learn a little bit more about this, but it's very simple. I do this throughout the day because anytime I feel I run into a limitation of my thinking or my emotions or how I'm being or what I'm willing to do or what I think is possible, a big part of that is, well, why wouldn't I think that's possible? Where did I learn that? And that's always going to be personally a place in my life, a condition I was in, relationship I was in. Eye movements decondition that just a little bit, sometimes a whole lot, and we can move on in actually sometimes, well, beautiful ways. So are you ready? Here we go. The pain that you're living with, when you shift into attending to yourself, you put your attention over here, you let go of the world. What sucks about that? What shows up? What's that like? We do this every night when we go to sleep. We're alone with ourselves, how we feel about what we did for the day, what we think is possible for the next day, how we identify. So anything negative here, any shame, anything hiding, your secrets that only you know. Where did you learn that that's a problem? Where did you learn? When did you learn that that should stop you from your dreams, from loving, from being kind, from doing the right thing for yourself? So everything that is, you can hit pause. We're going to do it together. Take a moment, move your eyes to diagonal and breathe. Whatever you remember is perfect. And then change directions. And then horizontal. Whatever comes to mind, focus on it. For example, that took me to a failure about 10 years ago when I had gone for my dreams and lived in Hawaii, and then we needed to leave about a year later. But specifically, it took me back to the house we were living in. So there's a lot of feelings around that. There's a lot of thinks and thoughts around that. There's a lot of grief and pain. And underneath all that, there is I'm so grateful that I got to live there. And it gave me so much. It taught me so much. And it was like I could feel the goodness. So most of the time, once we take care of the cluster of emotions and thoughts and predictions, and then we actually can feel the grief and the loss, usually right there with the grief and the loss is the gratitude and the genius of what we got to experience. You might need to do a few of those. Okay, shake it. The pain I'm living with. Come forward. And when we come forward, attention goes out around you. Literally look around the space around you. To the degree it's tough to be present with the space around you, how present do you think you are with the people in your life when things are moving and you're getting the news and all the rest, and you're trying to make decisions about life? So, everything that's stopping you from being present in your life, with your life, to your life, actual things in your life, and the opportunities, and the things you can be changing, and the things you're avoiding. That's a lot, right? Pause. Notice my arms are out if you can do that too. Arms being out helps get a sense for how are we interacting with the world around us, or where are we not? How are we not? So everything that just brought up, and say that to yourself, everything that just brought up, where did I learn to not be present with the issues and the challenges and the opportunities and the possibilities and the people and the places in my life? How old was I? And then from there, thinking about that, diagonals with your eyes, breathe. Think about that thing. Think about that moment. Think about whatever your memory is presenting to you. Other diagonal. Other diagonal. Keep thinking about the memories. Let them flutter through. Good. So we've got the pain you secretly deal with and how, and all your secrets and all your shame and all your experience, maybe that's changed. As I'm saying these words, I can feel it's different in me. Now, I hope it's different from you, but you've got to do that work for yourself. And you might need to do it a few times. And you come forward. I've been doing this for well more than 10 years. So just these two components ought to bring up a lot of new possibilities in your life today. So pay attention and notice what isn't there. Notice what happens, and notice how, because you doing some of this today, what is able to change and what does change and what is changing. Because this resets foundation every day. Every time you do this, it resets foundation. And for those of us who are living with pain, physical pain, emotional pain, pain of loss, pain of the things we think we can no longer do, this can make a tremendous difference in a short amount of time, kind of like flossing, except even better. So go kiss life and go love those you love. Go do the things you love. That's what I want for you. And if you want more specific, personalized support, this is what I'm here for you. You have your dreams, you have what you love, you have the limitations of those, and they don't have to be there as much. And some of them do need to be there, and we get to figure out what exactly we're going to do with them and turn them to our advantage if possible.